Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As the 2024 election battle draws closer, has the Congress party resigned itself to its fate and accepted that it might not win the elections on its own? Even as Prime Minister Modi roared in Parliament on the 9th of February saying, "Ek akela kitno par bhari pad raha hai," the Congress party seems to be losing faith in its own, conceding that the Congress is possibly not in a position to get a majority in the 2024 polls. Party President Mallikarjun Kharge himself declared that an alliance will be formed at the center. Kharge even expressed hope, saying that the Congress will lead this coalition. This perhaps is the biggest admission by the Congress party that despite the Bharat Jodo Yatra, the party is not in a position to fight Narendra Modi alone. Let's listen in to the Congress boss once again.
No democratic man says like this. You are in democracy. You should remember you are not a autocrat. You are not a dictator. You are elected by people and people will teach you lesson in 2024. The alliance government will come in center. Congress will lead. We are talking with other parties because otherwise the democracy and constitution will go. We are sharing our views how to win 2024. Therefore, the BJP will not get majority. All other parties together, of course, Congress will lead.
On the other hand, the Congress boss today spoke of forming an alliance in 2024 led by his party, but Rahul Gandhi himself was pulling no punches to spare the Trinamool Congress in Meghalaya, where he said the Trinamool Congress is in cahoots with the BJP and they're both corrupt and use their money power. Listen in to Mr. Rahul Gandhi.
The history of the TMC, you know the violence that takes place in Bengal, you know the scams, the Sharda scams that have taken place. So you're aware of their tradition. They came to Goa, spent huge amounts of money in Goa, and the idea was to help the BJP. And this is exactly the idea in Meghalaya. The idea is to ensure, the TMC's idea in Meghalaya is to ensure that the BJP is strengthened and they come to power.
Even as the Congress is looking for allies, the other opposition parties didn't really seem very enthusiastic about its grand 2024 plan and Congress in the leadership position. Listen in to Mamata Banerjee and other opposition leaders.
हमारे मुख्यमंत्री नीतीश कुमार ने खुद ही कहा है कि उनको बड़ी पार्टी होने के नाते सभी दलों से संपर्क करना चाहिए और विपक्षी एकता के प्रयास तेज करने चाहिए। इसी बीच में तीसरा मोर्चा बनाने का प्रस्ताव भी ममता बनर्जी और केजरीवाल जी और के चंद्रशेखर राव की तरफ से आया है और उन्होंने भी कई सभाएं इस बीच में की। जो नीतीश फॉर्मूला ऑफ अपोजिशन यूनिटी 2024 है वो इन सबसे भिन्न है।
देखिए, खड़गे जी बहुत सीनियर नेता हैं, अनुभवी नेता हैं और उनको सही काम उन्होंने कि अकेला तो कांग्रेस सरकार कर नहीं सकती। जितने ऑपोजिशन है सबको विश्वास में लेके, सबको साथ लेके मिल बैठ के कोई अगर रास्ता निकाला जाए तो बीजेपी के सामने एक अच्छा टक्कर होगा, बीजेपी को हटाया जा सकता है। जिस स्टेट में कांग्रेस कमज़ोर है वहाँ का जो रीजनल पार्टी है उनको आगे अपर हैंड दे।
That's why only alternative. When people have the disease, they want real medicine. Real medicine is our democracy, is the vote. You cast your vote in favor of TMC and we will give the political medicine.
Even in the past, the regional satraps have been seen and heard mocking and deriding Rahul Gandhi's leadership. Who can forget these statements made by somebody like KCR Rao?
The biggest buffoon in the country. Everybody knows. Whole country has seen the open assembly how he went to Mr. Narendra Modi and hugged him. The way he is winking.
बीएसपी व सपा को कांग्रेस पार्टी के साथ चुनावी गठबंधन करने से कोई खास लाभ मिलने वाला नहीं है.
The BJP has meanwhile dismissed this call of the Congress party, saying that it's confident that under Modi the BJP will win with the thumping majority and that the coalition dreams of the Congress are stillborn even today.
ये कल तक की यात्रा में उन्हें भावी प्रधानमंत्री पद का उम्मीदवार लॉन्च किया गया. अब खड़गे साहब कह रहे हैं 2024 में गठबंधन की सरकार आ गई. मुंगेरी लाल के हसीन सपने.
आदरणीय सभापति जी, देश देख रहा है एक अकेला कितनों को भारी पड़ रहा है. एक अकेला कितनों को भारी पड़ रहा है. अरे नारे बोलने के लिए भी उनको बदल करना पड़ता है. जो भी ये बोलता है घंटे भर से आवाज की जवाब देता है. आदरणीय सभापति जी, एक कन्विक्शन के कारण चला हूं. देश के लिए जीता हूं, देश के लिए कुछ करने के लिए निकला हुआ हूं. और इसलिए ये राजनीतिक खेल खेलने वाले लोग उनके अंदर वो हौसला नहीं है. वो ढूंढ रहे हैं, बचने का रास्ता खोज रहे हैं.
Not just this, the Prime Minister, speaking at a Times Network summit just last week, went on and took a whale dig at Rahul Gandhi, saying that some products were being launched and relaunched without any reimagination. Listen in to that observation.
हमारे यहां तो अधिकतर ओपिनियन मेकर्स हर 6 महीने में एक ही प्रोडक्ट के रीलॉन्च उसमें बिजी रहते हैं. और इस रीलॉन्च में भी वो री इमेजिनेशन नहीं करते. खैर, काफी समझदार लोग यहां बैठे. जो भी हो, लेकिन ये आज के समय के लिए बहुत ही रिलेवेंट थीम है.
So the legitimate question we are asking on the Newshour tonight, is it going to be Akela Modi versus a Khichdi in 2024? Are there going to be takers for it after seeing two 5-year terms of Modi with a majority? That's the question we are asking, and that's the debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour first. Debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
And joining the Newshour tonight is Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, national spokesperson of the BJP. Also joining me tonight, editor of ANI, Smita Prakash. Lokesh Jindal, leader of the Congress party. Riju Dutta, spokesperson of the Trinamool Congress. Nawal, Kishore, spokesperson of the RJD. And also Karthik Reddy, leader and spokesperson of the BRS. My first question goes across to Mr. Gaurav Bhatia. Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, एक तरफ प्रधानमंत्री कह रहे हैं एक अकेला सब पर भारी, and on the other side, after a Bharat Jodo Yatra from Kanyakumari to Srinagar, Rahul Gandhi and his party are speaking in divergent voices. Mallikarjun Kharge talking about a coalition which was a reality. Rahul Gandhi calling similar prospective coalition partners, corrupt and doing business with the BJP. What do you think the Congress's and the opposition strategy seems to be for 2024?
Navika, their strategy is that there is no strategy. Their strategy is that there is no leader. Their strategy is that there is no agenda for the people of the country. There is only a dream, and the dream is that गांधी परिवार का कोई सदस्य सत्ता की कुर्सी से बैठ ना भी पाए तो लटका हुआ मिल जाए. And Kharge ji's statement today is very relevant for today's politics. It is very relevant, one, because it's an admission by the Congress party that all alone, on their own strength, they do not have it in them to take on the Bharatiya Janata Party and the charismatic, strong, dynamic leadership of Shri Narendra Modi ji. Therefore, they are not asking others to join. They are rather begging. A party which was one of the largest party in India today is seen with a begging bowl that we need to come together. What was also said by Nitish Kumar when he was doing Ilu Ilu with Salman Khurshid. Second, I think the 2024 elections would also be very decisive because India is moving forward and a strong message would be sent. We are very confident that people are waiting to bless Narendra Modi ji again for a third consecutive term because they see in him a very trustworthy leader, a decisive leader, a leader who has risen up the ranks through sheer hard work and is not a byproduct of dynastic politics. I would say this, that now the politics of pro-incumbency is being talked about. The days of anti-incumbency and then incidentally taking advantage, being in the opposition is over. People have faith in Narendra Modi ji. Most importantly, the elections would be fought on what issues? Let us remember, COVID was a pandemic and India faced it bravely. India responded like a strong nation. Collective effort of every citizen coupled with the leadership of Narendra Modi ji. 220 crore doses of vaccine, 80 crore people getting ration so that nobody sleeps without ration and food. And on the other side was Congress party, the opposition, the negative, pessimistic opposition that was saying don't take vaccines because these vaccines are dangerous. On one side is the abrogation of Article 370. India has not electorally responded to the opposition by the Congress of even abrogation of Article 370. Now will be the time. Third, a magnificent Ram temple being built. This would be the first election when we would have a Ram temple there, and parties who said Lord Rama is fictional, who make anti-Hindu statements to hurt the feelings of the majority community, that would also be decisive. Coupled with the fact that now the deprived and the underprivileged is being empowered by Modi ji by ensuring water in taps. Up to 9 crore households have received that. We have seen 10 crore gas cylinders.
That seems like a complete manifesto and poll promises, Gaurav Bhatia.
No, it's not a manifesto. Navika, not at all. This is not a manifesto. We have so much to tell the people of the country. 27 lakh crore directly deposited in the bank accounts. You remember Rajiv Gandhi had said, हम 1 रुपए देते हैं 15 पैसे पहुंचते हैं. मोदी जी ने करके दिखाया 1 रुपए देते हैं पूरा 1 रुपया उस लाभार्थी के अकाउंट में पहुंचता है. That is the difference. Thank you.
Well, so let me get in Mr. Lokesh Jindal. Mr. Lokesh Jindal, what has the Congress party gained with the Bharat Jodo Yatra if you have to still bank on coalitions to take on Narendra Modi in 2024? Number one. And number two, you did try to get all opposition leaders together in Jammu and Kashmir when the end of the Bharat Jodo Yatra was happening. And none of the bigger parties decided to come and grace that occasion, whether it was the Trinamool Congress, BSP, Samajwadi Party, CPM, JDU, RJD, TDP, koi nahi aaya. All of them went, at least some of them went to, Hyderabad or Telangana a few days later, but nobody came to Jammu and Kashmir. आप कह रहे कोalition बनाएंगे and coalition के सरदार भी राहुल गांधी बनेंगे. मुंगेरी लाल के हसीन सपने?
Right, Navika ji, these dreams are reality because if you look at the difference between Congress and BJP, these are two separate set of organization. Congress is a mass-based political party. So you have, it's not a one-man show like that of BJP. If you talk about, it's a cadre-based organization deriving its energy heavily upon the network of cadres, going with the top-down approach, quite similar to that of Politburo of China. But if you talk about Congress, which is a party of consensus. We have local level leadership indulging into consensus, and then it is not an ideology which is a top-down approach, but via this consensus, there is a sufficient grounds for various regional political parties coming up and engaging into healthy discussions and then developing some form of agreements, and that is how a government is formed, which is more participatory, inclusive, and democracy. Now, what has happened is presently in the regime of Narendra Modi, we have seen that there is regional inequality and a rise in regional consciousness that is going to benefit the state political parties. And the economic inequality is causing a lot of anti-incumbency factor. So in these circumstances, Congress has a lot to gain. In fact, Congress acts as a large platform whereby all these political parties, they come together with their issues, indulge into a form of a bargain, I will say indulge into form of a coming into an agreement and then forming a government. And this is what is going to happen in 2024. In fact, what Kharge ji said was something that was coming out of years of political experience and his grip over the grassroots reality.
Yes. Well, so bargaining, the cat is out of the bag. And Smita Prakash, I want to ask you, bargaining, is that how the coalition is going to be formed for 2024, number one? And number two, Mr. Lokesh Jindal, extremely optimistic about the Congress party, says it's a party based on consensus. Did you see that in Himachal Pradesh after elections? Consensus, did you see between T.S. Singhdeo and Bhupesh Baghel in Chhattisgarh? Consensus in Rajasthan between Ashok Gehlot and Sachin Pilot? Do you think the Congress party is still in denial mode?
Well, thank you, Navika. You pointed out these things at the ground level. The confidence doesn't stem from what Mr. Lokesh Jindal said or from what you're pointing out. The confidence in the Congress party stems from the Bharat Jodo Yatra. That confidence, they think, brings with it this feeling that the Congress is the only party that can mount a challenge to the BJP in 2024 and also in the state elections this year. Now it's a quest to see now that which party is which other opposition party is willing to tango with the BJP to get a pre-election coalition going. Now some are openly pleading, like you pointed out, Nitish Kumar, but some like Arvind Kejriwal and Akhilesh Yadav they are like this spurned lover status, If there was lovey-dovey that Nitish Kumar wanted, these two are like the spurned lover. Now some are willing to join right now, which is like Stalin and Deve Gowda. Then there are some miffed like Mamata Banerjee and the TMC. Today you saw that open comment by Rahul Gandhi. Words show any sign of a mature coalition builder coming up. So Kharge ji might have dreams, but there's nobody who's willing to build a coalition right now, like say an NTR did earlier. So the larger question remains that is a pre-election coalition possible, an alliance possible? Some say that, these coalition governments are more representative than a very a single powerful party ruling, because then it means that the administration is more representative in nature. But India's had an experience of this Khichdi Sarkar, which you pointed out, to which, if you remember, in Boat Club, Vajpayee had said, "Hum kheer paka rahe hain, khichdi nahi paka rahe hain." So it depends upon India whether it wants that kind of a coalition or it wants a continuation of 2 terms which you have seen.
Well, so let me get in Mr. Riju Dutta. Mr. Riju Dutta, today Mamata Banerjee turned around and said, "Ye bachcha hai, bachche ko bolne do." Does that really mean that the TMC does not take the Congress party very seriously. Secondly, everybody knows that Mamata Banerjee in her own right is a tall leader who can have her own claims to the top job in New Delhi when it comes to the opposition getting together. Would she want that? Or do you think Mallikarjun Kharge's plan and Nitish Kumar's urging the Congress party to get everybody together into forming a pre-poll coalition, does that have any takers within the Trinamool Congress and other opposition parties?
Navika ji, first of all, clearly said, let the united front decide, or let the people of this country decide who they want to contest against Mr. Narendra Modi. But coming back to today's question, yes, and I will say this as the national spokesperson of the party, that nobody has the paternal right on the opposition space. Nobody can self-claim that, oh, I am going to make the alliance and everybody come together. Let me make it very clear. Vinash Kale Viprit Buddhi, there is no point in making childish statements. You know, if you see the rally pictures in Meghalaya today of Miss Mamata Banerjee and Mr. Rahul Gandhi, you will understand कि Rahul Baba को गुस्सा क्यों आया. So we understand all that. We are not going and fighting elections in Chhattisgarh, Karnataka or Rajasthan. We have taken BJP head on in Bengal and we have defeated BJP. So we are against the BJP. It is up to the Mr. Rahul Gandhi to understand that first you need to unify your party. 11 of their MLAs won in Goa, 8 of them are in BJP now. You gave 92 candidates against TMC in Bengal to help the BJP, and then you point fingers at us for scams and atrocities. Now let me point out two historical facts. Smita ji and you are here. From the emergency to Operation Blue Star, from Bofors to 2G. Let's not talk about violence and corruption. At least it does not suit the Congress. So bottom line, I believe that the opposition wants to end BJP's reigns in India, which is against the people of India, which is communal in nature, and all the other burning issues of unemployment and the mehengai and everything. But Mr. Rahul Gandhi, who has lost 40 out of last 45 elections, pointing finger at Trinamool Congress is a little bit rich.
Who has just opened up to the world and thinks that they can replace the father. There's more. There's much more to go. You need to grow up more. You have just confined yourself to the state regional political party.
So-called political, but Navika ji, one answer.
Coalition. Can I give one answer? All right, Riju, go for it. I see the decimation of a coalition even before it's taken birth.
Yeah, I will only say this, that yes, we are teenagers, we have big ambition, big dreams, which are quite natural, but apparently the political father needs to be relaunched and repackaged every 6 months. So he should think about himself first.
We give you a
Well, Gaurav Bhatia, I can't resist. Gaurav Bhatia, I can't resist getting a comment in from you. You know, when Rahul Gandhi called the Trinamool Congress corrupt, Riju Dutta has responded with the memories of Bofors and 2G being brought alive. When he says there is no paternal right, तो वहाँ teenager और बाप वगैरह की fight चल रही है. Gaurav Bhatia, what is this show?
No, I would say that today we might have our ideological differences, but what the TMC spokesperson just said and Mamata Banerjee said, ये तो बच्चा है जी, बच्चे को बोलने दो. मतलब ये बात तो पूरा भारत कह रहा है that राजनीति की समझ नहीं है, and you missed the main point. My friend from the TMC said no one has the paternal right on the opposition. Exactly. When Congress allies with a party, how does it work out to be? Is it a very firm alliance? No, it is not. It is a tool of convenience to win an election, which they don't win and then they part ways. I'll give you examples. Uttar Pradesh 2017, what happened? टूटी हुई साइकिल समाजवादी पार्टी की, राहुल गांधी came together with Akhilesh Yadav, parted ways. Assam, Badruddin Ajmal, they wanted to defeat the BJP, they came together, now they parted ways. West Bengal, they joined hands with Furfura Sharif and also left. What happened? Congress got zero, zilch. And that is why, it was a tool of convenience. So people can see through the sinister alliances that they form. And that is why it doesn't inspire the confidence of the common man.
Navika ji, can I reply?
Well, Mr. Karthik Reddy, I want to...
Yes, thank you.
One quick 10 second comment.
Yes, Karthik Reddy, of course you should come in.
One quick second comment.
No, everybody wants to come in. Everybody wants to put their hat in the ring. Karthik Reddy. Yeah.
Navika. Yes, ma'am.
I'll come back to you, Riju Dutta, but Karthik Reddy, the question is, Rahul Gandhi invited opposition parties to Jammu and Kashmir. Nobody turned up. But in Telangana, many leaders did turn up. So does that make the BRS a more acceptable, so-called fulcrum around which other opposition parties can come in? So will you put your hat in the ring and say that KCR is better than Rahul Gandhi as an option?
Isn't it obvious, Navika? But anyway, before I answer that, Rahul Gandhi must be the luckiest person I know. The reason I say this, everybody, even at the age 53, still calls him a bacha. Or somebody like me who haven't cracked 40 yet, and we are grown up already. So he must be the luckiest person I know. Anyway, but this is very obvious, Navika. The reason why BJP is what it is, the formidable strength that it seems to be, the huge monster that it seems to be politically, is the reason why it is because of the Congress party. It is because of Rahul Gandhi. There are two things Congress party should clearly understand, and Mallikarjun Kharge especially he knows, but yet I believe there's a facade that he has to put up, but they have to realize, one, nobody has made them the captain of the team. They are not. As I said before, they are the reason why BJP and Narendra Modi has come to power twice. And many a times we see BJP spokesperson and BJP leaders openly proclaim that Rahul Gandhi happens to be the star campaigner, and you are witness to this many times. And number two, as Gaurav just mentioned, any political party teaming up for anything devoid of ideology and only for the reason of power, people will reject this. And history has repeated this again and again, has shown us again and again, that political parties which come together for power devoid of ideology will always lose. And Congress party should realize one against everybody will not work. People of this country will not accept this. Everything said and done, Navika, one thing is very clear, the opposition, there is space, and KCR with his magic, with his experience, with his acumen, we are coming for it. As you said, there are many political parties which are already accepted as part of this larger opposition role. And another thing which is very clear, the Modi magic is waning, the BJP strength is waning. What it has proclaimed to be in 2014, the Gujarat model se aake, abhi hum nahi to aur kaun. So that is very apparent, that is very clear, that BJP is banking on a weaker opposition than their own performance.
Well, Smita Prakash, you agree with Karthik Reddy, or do you find holes in that argument? Before I get in Mr. Nawal Kishore.
Well, I think it's overarching ambition on the part of BRS so far. I don't think they have made any great moves as far as national presence is concerned. But just remember that if you're talking about people landing up in their state, there's also March 1st Talon's birthday, and some opposition leaders are expected to join in there for the celebrations, and including the Congress. And the Congress realizes that it cannot play a smaller partner in pre-election alliance, and it's been out of power for 2 terms. And if there is no pre-election alliance, then it really is Vinash Kale, as they say, because it's the only party that has a national presence so far. Yes, they are in power only in 3 states, but in over 100 seats, they are the only ones who take on the BJP 1-to-1. So it's the only party which has a pan-India presence. So when you talk about TMC or Aam Aadmi Party, DMK, SP, BSP, BRS, they're all basically regional parties who are trying to mount a challenge to the Modi-led BJP in 2024. And right now it is ambition without actual concrete steps on the ground. So it remains to be seen whether they will accept Rahul Gandhi by the end of 2023, because otherwise what you will see is tail wagging the dog if the regional parties are the ones who are going to be calling the shots.
Well, so let me get in Nawal Kishore ji. Nawal Kishore ji, नीतीश जी बहुत आतुर हैं कि किसी तरह कोई कोalition बन जाए. Does he really think that राहुल गांधी बन जाए तो बेटर होगा, क्योंकि इनएक्सपीरियंस्ड हैं, सत्ता में शायद उनका इंटरेस्ट नहीं है, तो नीतीश कुमार डी फैक्टो हेड ऑफ दिस कोalition हो जाएंगे. लेकिन दूसरा सवाल ये भी है कि उनकी अपनी गद्दी सेफ है क्या, क्योंकि वहां से तो आवाजें आ रही हैं कि Tejasvi will be the new CM, and where does that leave Nitish Kumar? Is he going to give up the CM position so that he can project himself as the future Prime Minister for 2024 of the opposition?
देखिए, जैसे ही बिहार में सत्ता परिवर्तन हुआ, एक चर्चा पूरे देश में बनी कि जो बिहार में एक्सपेरिमेंट हुआ है वही राष्ट्रीय स्तर पे होना चाहिए, और नीतीश कुमार ने उसी एजेंडा को लेकर पूरे देश भर में विपक्षी दलों से बात की. ये महत्वपूर्ण इसलिए है कि पिछले 10 साल में, या 2 लोकसभा आप कहें 2014 और 2019 में, भाजपा ने जिन लोगों के साथ चुनाव लड़ा उनको धोखा दिया और वो लोग बाहर गए. वो चाहे अकाली दल हो, वो चाहे TDP हो, वो चाहे JDU हो, चाहे ऐसे बहुत सारे दल हैं. जहाँ तक कोल्यूशन की बात है, कोल्यूशन तो भारतीय राजनीति की रियलिटी है. बिना कोल्यूशन का कोई सरकार यहाँ बन नहीं सकता है. बीजेपी चाहे लाख कहे कि यह मोदी सरकार है, लेकिन एक्चुअल में तो NDA सरकार है, ये तो अलायंस की सरकार है. तो ये तो सबसे पहली धोखा जो भाजपा देते रही है पूरे देश में, कि सारे दलों का सहायता लेकर वो मोदी जी को आगे बढ़ाती रही है. एक चीज. दूसरी बात जो सबसे महत्वपूर्ण है कि जो 2 सरकारें भाजपा के नेतृत्व में दिया है, वो सबसे ज़्यादा बेरोजगारी और सबसे ज़्यादा झूठ, सबसे ज़्यादा हिंदू मुस्लिम करके, सबसे ज़्यादा भारतीय पहचान को खतरा पहुंचा के उन्होंने शासन किया है. उनके जो अलायंस हैं रियलिटी में वो एक संगठन है जो कि सारे सत्ता का लाभ उठाती है. वैसे सारे संगठन है जो हिंदू मुस्लिम में भेद पैदा करके पूरे देश में.
नवल किशोर जी, बिहार में लॉ एंड ऑर्डर सही हो गया क्या? आप अलायंस में आ गए तो लॉ एंड ऑर्डर सही हो गया क्या? वहां पर नौकरियां जब मांगी जा रही थी तो किस तरह पुलिस पीट रही थी नौकरी मांगने वाले को, ये तस्वीरें तो कोई भूला नहीं है. तो जब आप इस तरह की बात करते हैं थोड़ा अजीब जरूर लगता है, लेकिन आपने इस बात का जवाब नहीं दिया कि तेजस्वी जी क्या नीतीश कुमार को हटाकर मुख्यमंत्री बनेंगे जल्दी से जल्दी, जैसा कहा जा रहा है आपकी पार्टी और उनकी पार्टी द्वारा?
देखिए, दोनों बातें कितनी भ्रामक है नाविका जी, और यही लगता है आपकी प्रशिक्षण है. पहली बात यह है कि जहां पे सरकार चल रही है वहां पे चीफ मिनिस्टर ऑलरेडी चीफ मिनिस्टर हैं. क्या चीफ मिनिस्टर ने ऐसा कोई बयान दिया? क्या तेजस्वी जी ने ऐसा कोई बयान दिया? क्या RJD के ऑफिशियल ट्विटर में ऐसा बयान हुआ? आपने जिस आधार पे इस तरह के सवाल पैदा किए वो इस तरह के भ्रम पैदा करना चाहते हैं. नंबर 2, जिस बात की तरफ आप दिखाना चाहते हैं कि जो भाजपा पिछले 2 टर्म से पूरे देश को बेरोजगार बना रही है और अर्थव्यवस्था में अडानी जैसे दुर्घटना को पूरे देश को धोखा दे रही है, उसको सवाल पूछने के बजाय क्या आपने पूछा है कि क्या मोदी जी का रहना जायज है या नहीं? इतना खतरा, इतना विध्वंसक, इतना तनाव, इतना खराब बर्ताव होने के बावजूद भी यह सरकार
गौरव भाटिया जी जवाब दीजिए. गौरव भाटिया जी, प्लीज रिस्पॉन्ड टू मिस्टर नवल किशोर.
My friend Karthik made a remark and I would like to respond to it with some facts as well. First of all, Karthik, you should at least not put your leader in such a difficult situation. खड़े हो, बैठो. नीतीश कुमार was telling him, अरे बैठिए बैठिए. वो कह रहे खड़े हो. You know, he can't even take a decision regarding whether he needs to stand or sit, and this is because his ambition is disproportionate to the goodwill that he enjoys.
It was friendly
and
banter,
when you say
Gaurav.
Modi magic is waning, let me give you a fact. Okay, I didn't interrupt you. I think let's conform to the rules of the debate. Yes. So when you say Modi magic is waning, Navika, I just want to show this picture. This is a picture before the 2019 election of the Mahathagbandhan. I have another one. There is one more. They come together, they hold hands, but they do not inspire the confidence of the common man. 2014-2019, Bharatiya Janata Party became a party which got majority on its own, 282 to 303. Second, Gujarat, 27 years, 7 elections in a row has been won because of the Modi magic.
क्या बिहार में जो आपने चुनाव जीती उसमें जनता दल यूनाइटेड का रोल नहीं था?
अब देखिए
इतना झूठ बोलते हो गौरव भाटिया, यही ट्रेनिंग दी जाती है। कैसे बोले आपने, ऐसा बोला आपने कि एनडीए जो भाजपा की सीट है
अपने अपने टाइम में बोलेंगे, अपने अपने टाइम में बोलेंगे। गौरव जी को खत्म कर लेने दीजिए, उसके बाद आप बोलेंगे।
वो तो पूरा सूचना कोई खत्म।
अरे भाई, आप जवाब देने के लिए बैठे हैं ना,
आप तो आप क्यों नहीं, जो आप भी कुछ पूछिए ना। सब
आपकी भी कई बार झगड़ा हो चुका है, आपका भी कई बार झगड़ा हो चुका है। नीतीश बाबू ने तो एक बार बैड परफॉर्मेंस के बाद अपने ही पार्टी के जितेन मांझी को बना दिया था, फिर उनसे भी सत्ता ले ली थी। तो कम से कम बिहार की पॉलिटिक्स में प्रिंसिपल्स की बात ना करें। गौरव भाटिया अपनी बात खत्म करें।
के पास है ना प्रिंसिपल्स, भाजपा के पास प्रिंसिपल है ना आपके अनुसार?
देखिए,
ओके, लोअरिंग एवरीबॉडीज फेडर्स। गौरव,
ये जनता तय कर लेगी। मेरी ट्रेनिंग कैसी भी हो, ये जनता तय कर लेगी। लेकिन हमारी पार्टी में कभी ट्रेनिंग नहीं दी गई कि भैंस का चारा भी खा जाओ। हमारी पार्टी में जंगल राज की ट्रेनिंग नहीं दी गई है, ये मैं बोल सकता हूं। और नवल जी की बात का मैं उत्तर दे देता हूं। मेरी बात को बीच में काट दिया गया, मैं उसको पूरा कर देता हूं। टुडे मोदी जी इज द टॉलेस्ट लीडर इन द वर्ल्ड. All the world leaders respect him, rather they look up to him for direction, and we have seen that. I need not repeat all the statements of the world leaders. And last but not the least, there is a proof in the debate that we are doing. Because Modi ji is so tall as a leader today that they know independently they can't win an election, and therefore they are coming together. I think that is QED, hence proved, as we used to study earlier. Now coming to Nawal Kishore ji. Nawal Kishore ji, आपने कहा हमने धोखा दिया। सबसे पहले तो ये देखने का नजरिया है। एक मूवी आई थी शहंशाह, अमिताभ बच्चन दोनों तरफ था। वो कहता है जहां से तुम देखते हो तुम्हें 6 दिखाई देता है, जहां से मैं देखता हूं 9 दिखाई देता है। To the people of the country, Bharatiya Janata Party can lose an ally after trying its best, but will never compromise with the core ideology of the party. And that is why abrogation of Article 370, Kartavya Path, vaccine for 220 crore Indians, which I already said. Now coming to the next part. What happened to Uddhav Thackeray? Shiv Sena Shav Sena ban gayi. शिव सेना भी आज जो है उद्धव ठाकरे के नाम से नहीं जानी जा रही। सुप्रीम कोर्ट में मामला चल रहा है। दिस शोज दैट इफ यू अलाइ विद द बीजेपी, इवन व्हेन वी आर ग्रेटर इन नंबर, लाइक विद नीतीश जी, वी मेड हिम द चीफ मिनिस्टर, वी फुलफिल्ड आवर प्रॉमिसेस एंड कमिटमेंट टू द अलायंस, बट यू पीपल cheat us, and that is why you are punished by the people of the country.
Well, so Riju Dutta, before I end the debate, I just want to ask one small question. After the people of India have tasted 2 terms of the BJP led by Narendra Modi government, which has been a majority government and has given stability and policy making, whether you like it or not, you as the opposition can find fault with it. But they've seen that decision making. Do you think in 2024, coalitions will have a chance, especially coalitions that are led by the pan-India national party like the Congress?
Navika ji, let me be very clear. The entire BJP party is being overconfident because they think there is no alternative to Narendra Modi. It is a fact that Mr. Modi pulls around 4% votes in the entire India. It is out there, and they believe there is no alternative. But they also fail to believe that the India and the political parties of India, if they hold their own fort together by numbers, BJP can be defeated. But I have only two last comments to make before we end the debate. One, it is a miracle, it is an absolute miracle to me how my Prime Minister walks a straight line after BJP spokespersons butter him like this 24/7 on national debates. It is a miracle to me. And the second thing is, I believe Bharatiya Janata Party to at least minimum should give Padma Shri to Rahul Gandhi for making sure that BJP and Narendra Modi ji wins one election after the other. That's all.
Well, then, if the opposition actually thinks Rahul Gandhi is the reason that the BJP wins elections, does that really give you any indication of which way coalition politics is going in 2024? That's the question, and let's leave it at that for the moment, because the pot is boiling and it is election time. And this pot will be on the boil over the next 8 to 10 months for sure, ahead of the elections of 2024.
The News Hour first. We'll be right back after the break.